Hey yo, it's a beautiful day out here. I'm sure you're enjoying your day, you're having fun. I am so excited to be here. I am also more excited about my guest in the studio. Wow, today is going to be amazing. Guys, I am thankful for your constant love and support. I'm thankful for everything. It's Talk to Be, baby. Gay. Yes, so you know how we roll, right? You cannot come on Talk to Be and go home without something. Of course, you're learning something new. You're learning from someone experienced today. Today, I have somebody that I admire so much in the building. But before I introduce my guest, I'll go for a break. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please do. You can also follow me on Facebook as Abiola Ayomide Adebayo. My name is Dr. Abiola Adebayo Akinride. Please note that all views and opinions expressed on this show is solely that of my guest. It's not of me, neither is it of Talk to Be. Guys, I'll quickly go for a break. When I'm back, you'll meet my guest. Stay tuned.
Talk to be, share your experience.
Thank you for joining us. In case you're just watching, you're watching Talk to Be. It's Talk to Be, baby. And of course, I said earlier that I am highly excited today, especially because of my guest. So I have somebody that I adore so much. She's our mother. You can imagine, let me tell you, she's into academics. She is an actor, a very good actor, a thespian. She's also a pastor. She pastors a church. Please put that together, put those three factors together, and tell me if you're watching an ordinary person. Please join me as I welcome our mommy Jakemuiwa. Mommy, thanks for coming on the show. Please don't blame me if you feel I'm so much excited, because if you see her in real life, don't get excited and show me. No, I want to see what you. Mommy, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's such an honor to have you here. I know what it is. Time, you don't even live in Lagos, coming all the way. It means so much to me, and I'm not taking it for granted. Okay, to a lot of you that, of course, mommy, you have seen, that woman, I love her. She acts so good. She acts so well. So today, we're going to meet mommy. A lot of people, you are really not out there because you are not so much of a social media person. You just do your thing. We respect you a lot. I love your person. And I don't fail to say that. I'm sure you have heard me say that all the time, because I keep telling people, you're looking for a role model. This is one person you should pick. I know there are few ones like that, but please, what else are you looking for? Me, I'm not. No, just leave me out. But please pick mommy. Okay, mommy. This is Talk to Be. We get to let it all out. One of the major reasons for this show is for people to learn from your experience, from what you have gone through, what you have seen in life. So we're going to start from you. Tell us about you, mommy.
Well, good afternoon or good morning or good evening, everybody.
Yes, ma.
Do you want in Yoruba or English?
It's English, ma.
Okay. All right. Where do I start from? What I know that I'm conscious of is that when I was young, I was very, very determined. Like when I finished primary school, my parent told me that I cannot go to secondary school because there was no money.
Wow.
And honestly, I did not see any blockage. Maybe because of my star, Aries.
Oh, okay.
Aries, we don't take no for an answer.
Wow.
So I stayed for 1 year trying to figure out. I could remember that very day we had a meeting in the passage of our house. They said I should go and learn knitting because my senior sister learned knitting. And I said, no, I'm going to college. Immediately I finished primary school. I had that conviction. I was born with conviction. I know I'm a special being. So I waited for that 1 year. In that 1 year, at 13 years, I went to poultry. Yes, poultry. I was taking care of the chicken, feeding them and all that. And the woman was giving me 12 pounds a month. So I worked there for about 4 months. I was able to gather 18 pounds for acceptance fee when I got an admission to Baptist Grammar School.
Wow.
Yes. And my mother knew that I was very, very determined. So she told one Baba beside her house, doing club, Baba Lago. So she starts giving him 50-50 kobo or something like that, like a Joe. So in the morning, I'll go and sell ugi before going to school in the morning.
Wow.
When I come back in the afternoon, I'll sell oranges, pears, and all sorts. And do you know what? At that time, I did not think that I was suffering. I did not see the beginning. I saw the end.
Wow.
So some people will be saying, and they'll start feeling, Mashio. I did not feel it. My mind was on going to secondary school, and that is what happened. From Form 1 to Form 4, I used to sell in the morning, sell in the evening, and I walk from Odono to Baptist Grammar School every day. Ibadan, yes. Odono, on the way to Akpata, and then Baptist Grammar School is at Lashokun village. Yes. And you know what? I did not think that I was suffering. I did not think it at all. So when I finished, when I got to Form 5, I was watching television in someone else's house. We didn't have television. So, and I saw Lion and the Jewel. And I saw Olumide Bakare playing Baroka. And I loved the way he was speaking. You know, he had one kind of intonation that is quite different.
Oh, wow.
And I said, okay, what I'll do is I'll go to him when I finish my mock exam that I want to start acting and all that. So I got to NTA, he was not there. And you know what? I did not have anything in me that says don't do or you cannot do it. No, I don't take no for an answer. So when I got there, they said he was not around. So, okay, I said, okay, maybe if I could not do acting, I'll go into broadcasting.
Wow.
So I was going to FRCN one day. They told me to bring my testimonial. I did not have 10 naira to get testimonial.
Oh.
But I was still hoping that I would get it somewhere. So one of these days I was going there and I saw Uncle Lumide. And he said, yes, because I was in my school uniform. I said, yes. One girl came to my office. I said, I am the one. So that was how I started. I started with them with Why Worry, you know. Then there was one producer, Jimmy Black, then. He's late now. So he gave me a role in one of the series or something. No, it was a full film.
Okay.
But Why Worry, I did 1 or 2 with them. Then later, a friend told me that they were looking for actors and actresses at Uni Ibadan Performing Company. But before that time, I had already responded to an audition when I was doing my mock exam. I'm sure from secondary school to a professional company, I didn't really pass. But then, as fate will have it, so they have not gotten people. So that person came to NT and said, why don't you try Uni Ibadan Performing Company? But before that time, before I go to NTA, I have to ask for people, beg for money. I will go, we'll record inside rain, inside sunshine. I did not think it was suffering. So I now cross over to Uni Ibadan Performing Company. I go there, my colleagues, they were Claron Chukura, Sam Loko, Mama T, Auntie Tomoni. Late now.
Yeah, Mama T, yeah.
Yes, Tomoni is late. Sam Loko is late. We were there. I knew I was the kind of training. I was being given 120 naira. Sam Loko was earning 140.
Can you remember the year?
Yes, now, 1980, of course.
Wow.
So, Sam Loko was earning 140. You know, he's a senior person, our foreman. And I was earning 120. From that 120, I'll go to work, come back with 30 naira. How much is remaining? I'll go to staff club and buy a dire and all those things. Just have long hair, buy a dire. And we'll rehearse from morning till 8 o'clock. So you can view that background that I did not really have time for CCOG at that time. Theater was my development stage, you know. So we'll work from morning, we'll resume in the morning, then at 2 o'clock, we go for break and come back. And then we close at 8 o'clock. After 1 year, I went to Ife for a certificate course in dramatic arts. That was 1981 to 82. I was in Ife. We didn't have holidays, we didn't have anything, you know, it was 1 year certificate course.
Oh, okay.
And you know what happened? Miracles has started with me a long time ago. Clarion and some other people, we went there for the audition of that 1 year certificate course. And I was not taken. So when they were going to collect their letter, I fasted for 1 day. I did not really believe so much in fasting and all that too. Theater was my religion. So I fasted for 1 day. So I now followed them because they wanted to get room and all that. So when they got there, they said, "Who is Ademuyiwa? Tell her to come and collect her letter." I did not believe it. So now they rushed back to the department because I was waiting for them. So when I got there, he said, "Ademuyiwa, this is your letter now." Why? Because they wanted to take 19 people. Okay. So those 19 people will work at different cultural organizations in Nigeria, like Unibadan Performing Company, Cultural Center, NTA, and all those state televisions. They must have people, professional, that they want to have for a certificate course in dramatic arts. That was how I entered. So from there, NTA brought Ayeye Moton, one serial in Yoruba, like that, and we did it, you know. Uncle Jimmy Sholanke was a lecturer, and some others, Chuck Mike, and all of that, Ukwata elite now. So we had a real background training in performing arts. So I came back to performing arts. I came back to Unibadan Performing Company, and I was there in 1982. So we're working. We'll go to different state television stations. We'll do our recording, right? Then we'll do stage all over Nigeria. We go to non-secondary school, polytechnics, or if anybody invites us. And then most times at Arts Theatre UI. Yeah. In 1984, we traveled for the London Commonwealth Festival. You know, they brought some other artists from all over Nigeria, from Sokoto, from Calabar, and all that. Okay. So we had Langbodo. So when we came back in 1984, of course, I had already applied to read theatre at UI. So somehow, I did the exam. They said I only wrote 3 questions out of 5. I said I did the 5 now. They said I only, maybe anxiety, you know. So then I prayed. When I prayed, they now told me that this is what they will do. They want to take 20 people for that diploma. So they said they want to take 20 people for that diploma. So it's only those that passed, Abby. Okay. Now, Uncle B now marked my scripts. I got 60. You know, 3 questions, 2020. 60 over 100. But the list was 61. Oh. You know what they did? That is God in action. They now said they will now choose between 1 and 50 and choose the best 20 they want. That was how I entered diploma, 84, 86. So when I finished diploma, I went to Baba Farombi, Yemi Farombi, Professor Yemi Farombi. He had Last Direct Communication, you know. You know, he has a company that we produce series of plays and all that, like Arelu, Agbeleku and all that. Okay. I decided to work there. So I was there, not as an actress this time. I was in makeup, costume, continuity and all that. So yeah, we were going to bushes and all that too. So I was very much into my profession. I grew up in the theater. So immediately I finished, and that was 1986. But at the end of that year, they said they were looking for artists at Ife. That's the Obafemi Awolowo Acting Company. Now, okay. By that time, Unibadan Performing Company has folded up. When we came back from London. Do you understand that? Yes, they have folded up because the money we are generating for the company was not enough to pay our salaries, But later, Ife is still operating on that, but they are just having people on contracts, and they are not using the money they are generating to pay people. So they are part of the. So Obafemi Awolowo Acting Company are now joined. That was how I stayed 10 years there. So when I finished there, when I stayed 10 years, in that 10 years, I did my degree there.
Okay.
I did my degree there. I had certificates, I had diploma. So I did my degree there after 10 years. Then later I wanted to do my master's. They did not want to release me. So I now resigned. So I came for my master's in 97. I finished in 97. I did my master's 98, 99 at UI. So when I finished my master's, I put in for MPhil. By that time, I was already pregnant. I could not go on. So I now left that one. So when I finished that place, I joined Kakaki, Bentomoloju and Jide Ogunbade group, So we traveled to Germany. We traveled to Germany in 98. I came back, did my master's. I finished in 99, Between 97 and I finished the first degree, I went to Germany. Then I came back for my master's. I finished in 1999. After the 1999, there was no job. I was a freelance artist, and I was still coming to do one or two shows in Lagos. So later, somebody told me that they needed people at Olabisi Onabanjo University. That was in 2004. I now joined. But then, a lot of miraculous things happened at that time. Maybe
that
later.
Was how you became a lecturer.
That was how I became a lecturer, right? So later then, after about 15 years, I did my PhD at Redeemers University. And I had 20 journal publications to my credit.
20?
Yes.
Wow. 20?
Yes.
I mean, that must have been a lot of determination.
Of course, yes.
A whole lot of determinations coming from somebody who could not go to secondary school.
Yes.
To having a PhD.
Yes.
Mommy, no, you should be. I think we don't celebrate you guys enough.
Well, God is celebrating us with life. And we love God for that.
Thank God.
Yes.
Thank God. Congratulations, Mom.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
the whole lot. I'm learning. I want to be like you when I grow up.
You're on the way, don't worry.
And then you're still acting.
I'm still acting and I've been in Osu for 20 years.
You're still lecturing in Osu?
Yes.
Oh, you're still there?
I'm there and I'm on sabbatical at Lead City. 1 year sabbatical at Lead City. And I'm still lecturing at Osu. But this is 1 year sabbatical leave. I will not go to work for.
I know.
They give us sabbatical leaves once in every 6 years for senior lecturer.
Sure.
You understand that? So I'm in my sabbatical year at Lead City.
Well, please tell us, how have you been able to add all these things together? How are you striking a balance between being a lecturer, being an actor, a mother, a church, a pastor? Please tell us.
You see, there's something we call grace.
Yes.
There's something we call grace. Now, for that church thing, I have a calling, And the moment I responded to that calling, everything fell into place. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
We are 4 in our family. 3 of us have churches. Only 1 did not have. So I think it has to do with our destiny, Before, theater was my religion. I didn't believe in churches. We were born Muslim. My father was an Ifa priest. My father was an Ifa priest. My mom was an Allah Salatu. I was born a Muslim.
What happened?
So many things happened.
How did we get the Bula Jasi? Ifa priest.
Ifa priest, let me tell you. When I finished at Ife, when I was still at Ife, I did not understand that there was a kind of spiritual awakening in me. I didn't understand. So because I didn't understand Christianity, The Muslim, we don't really go to mosque, you know.
As such.
So Ifa, I did not even like it. I felt it was barbaric now. Let's Baba used to do that now. Which one is our own? In fact, you know, man, be one. Start saying, okay, let's start reading this thing. We didn't like it. And you know, I was already exposed now. I've traveled and we didn't like that. But something was awakening in me. And I did not know what was it. So a friend said, go and join Rosicrucian. I actually joined. I was looking for a way out to let out my spiritual awakening.
Wow.
I joined for about 4 months or 6 months. They were teaching the law of the universe, you know. They were teaching the law of the universe. But later, there was a kind of spiritual awakening that I told you that I did not understand. So I stopped. I stopped. Then later, a friend introduced me to Celestial Church of Christ. There, God opened my eyes. God opened a lot of opportunities for me. In fact, so many times I'll tell God, if you really want me to do this for me, and he will do it. That was how I got into admission. That was I got admission to diploma at UI. They told me that I could not, because I did only 3 questions. So I went to church. My pastor prayed for me. My shepherd prayed for me and said, the road is clear. And they just called me that, don't worry, we'll take the 20 out of 50. And that was how it happened. So the miracles that I encountered, you know, and because of the songs, I love the Celestial songs a lot, you know, so it's awakened that spiritual thing in me that had been so dormant. You understand? I love the song. In fact, it was the song that made me stay. Because at a point, I used to do this so many share me. I didn't like it. I didn't have the time. So there was a day that something used to happen to me. If I want to sleep at night, I'll feel a kind of pressing. You know, I wouldn't know what would be pressing me, and sometimes I'll be hearing voices. So a friend of mine introduced me to Sele. I got there. They prayed for me. They did all this thing. It didn't happen. So I just, in my mind, I said, when I finish all this work, I'm going to put off the garments and put them at their doorstep, and I'll just leave. So one prophet came to me and said, Efe Shakolo. I said, what is the meaning of Shakolo? He said, you want to leave? I said, me. I just wanted to prove that he was lying.
Oh.
And he was speaking the truth. But ego would not let me admit. I said, you are lying. I'm not going anywhere. And that's how I stayed.
Shakolo.
And that's how I stayed. Wow. So later, this thing used to happen again. When I got admission to that UI, one day, one afternoon, that thing happened to me and it was pressing me. I saw a lot of visions, bad visions and all that. I was so annoyed. I went to my shepherd. He said, Ajoke, what happened? I said, this is what happened. He just took one candle from the altar and said I should go and sleep, putting it on my pillow. And that was how it left me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
And that was how that thing stopped. Then later, I started developing myself in terms of the word. I'll go to fellowships, you know. A friend of mine told me, Joke, read particular psalm you want to sleep at night. I will read the psalm. I just read it. The thing will still happen. So the person told me, read it out. From that day until now, I've not experienced such again. I started going to fellowship. Then I started looking for a revelation about God. I'll read spiritual books. I mean, Bible literature books, Christian literature books. So I joined Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship and all that, and I got interested in the word. So it revealed a lot to me about God, and it showed me that if you want to have a revelation about the God, you must study the word. If you want to have the presence of God, you must pray. I didn't like praying much. If I just pray for 1 minute, I think I'm okay.
You're done.
Yes, and God answers me without prayer too. And I say that if you really want the power of God to be with you, you should fast. And I also learned that if you want to have the blessings of God, you should give. And that has been my mantra. So, here I am. For that calling, you want to hear that too? Of course, our firstborn had a CNS church. I went there one day with my friend to just make mockery of him. Baba Pastor. So when I got there, A prophet told me that I'm going to have a ministry or an organization or something that there will be deliverance. You see? Honestly, I thought he was talking about my brother because I went to my brother's church. So that it can't be me. So I thought that the vision was misplaced, that maybe he was talking about my brother. So I said, okay. But I didn't say anything. Later when I had Yomi, I'm sure you want to hear that too.
I'm coming to that.
Okay. So I had a revelation. So with that revelation, do you really want it?
We do.
Okay, I just slept. I've been going to Seleo.
Okay.
And I love the worship. I love the songs, everything. So that very day, I just had a dream that I was in a place and people were talking, but they were not using words. You know, whatever anybody thinks, we all know. So I was now saying to somebody, where is this place? He said, it's in the spirit. Spirit, I beg. So I now moved further. Some people were calling me that I should come. I mounted the stairs and I got to that place. It was a spiritual place. I knew it was my journey before. So, and I said, I don't like this one again. I came out. I went to another, I was going on the street. Another person was calling me. I said, I don't want Jerry. I beg, where is Celestia? I said, Cele is there. And I went there. When I got there, I saw two angels on the door. By the door, they ushered me in. And I saw a lot of people who had been waiting for me.
Wow.
So when I got there, they now started putting on their mats, giving their mats away, putting on backing their babies. Say, Utibere. That was 1996. But I didn't think about it. So later, they were prophesying to me in the church that I should pray for people who are looking for the fruits of the womb, husband, the sick, and all that. So I'll go from one church to the other. After service, I'll pray for them. And I've been doing that for 3 years. Then later, they said I should, in 2001, a prophetess told me that I'm going to build a church that has a kind of crown at the top, and that is going to be painted white and blue. I just said,
White and blue.
It's a lie. So something now happened. When I finished that prayer journey for 3 years, I was comfortable with that. I was not comfortable with having a church. There are so many churches around, and I was asking, why can't people establish industries and all that? So that very particular day, I was sick. I tried everything possible. I went to UCH, I went to my doctor, said nothing was wrong with me. Then I now went spiritual. And so they told me that it's because you did not carry the cross. So what's about the cross? What do you want me to do? Just do the work of God. Fine. So I'll go to church now. Okay, I'm here. Use me. Who do we pray for? But later, those people, they gave me the chance. I was still working. I'll still go to location. But I will not let Sunday sleep without going to church and doing that. So later, I realized I did not give me enough chance to do that, And I just, see, they have said that I'm going to build a church. That very time, I now made up my mind that I'm going to build a church. If they've not let me work in their churches, I'll build mine and I'll work there. So there was, when I was sick, I now went to one church. They said they should do deliverance for me. Deliverance. And I went there to do God's work. When they finished that deliverance, when I got home, I was so mad with God. I was so annoyed. Say, why do you want to kill me? You said I should work, I'm working. What else do you want from me? I was more really paragon. Later, I now called myself to order because God did not answer. And I said, God, if you let me live, I will serve you. The next week, I went to another church to go and pray for people. One prophetess just came and said, because you said on your sick bed that you will serve me, that was what made me to leave you. Wow. That was why I kept you. I said, so I just said, okay, good, I'll do that. By that time, he told me that if I did not carry that cross, my only child that they will be stagnant. And he was stagnant too. So when I decided that I was going to do the way God wanted, there was a Canada opening. The agent said we will pay 1 million. where do I get the money now? I'm a lecturer now. How do I get? I say, okay, no problem. Pay 250 first. When the visa comes out, we'll give you the other money. Okay. Yomi will come inside. Mommy, where do we get the 250 now? In 3 weeks, they said she comes that he has a batch that is taken to. Somebody just called me. Rogers Ofime called me. Auntie Joke, Jomuni chef for you. Please, I don't have money. I only have 250.
Whoa.
I forwarded the money straight to that person. That was how it went.
Wow.
From that day that I decided that I'll build church for God, that God is going to use me as a vessel to build his church. From that day till now, what I see, who I see is God. Anytime I wanted to have any problem in terms of church or anywhere, he comes to me. He comes to my aid. I'm telling you. Even when I started, at a point I was thinking, maybe I should convert it to 3-bedroom flat, Jerry. Yes, later. I said, okay, I don't want to be sick again. Let me just continue. So somebody said, do a revival on the ground. Revival. I called some people. That very day, when revival started, rain started falling a little bit. I said, Shotonisi. They will say you did not call me. You know what happened, Biola? It was as if the rain was suspended. We got canopy, we rented canopy, chairs and instrument too. The rain was suspended. We had the revival. Immediately we finished the revival at 8 o'clock. This rain came. In fact, we did not know where the canopy went. I told the canopy people, they said, don't worry, we'll look for it the second day. Wow. There was a great outpour. But we finished the revival. So that was the first conviction that I was called. So from that time till now, God has been so good.
Wow.
God has been so good.
It's really a testimony.
God has been so good.
No. Well done, Ma.
Thank you.
Okay, so I was going to ask this. You once told us about the mystery surrounding Abayomi's birth. That's your only son.
Yes.
So you're going to, I'm interested personally because I know my people will be interested. Please tell us that.
Okay. I told you I love God so much. Anytime there's a revival anywhere, I'll go there to have a lot of the word in me. That particular day, I wanted to go to Ibadan. And my spirit was against it. I wanted to go out. My spirit was against it. And I wanted to go and meet somebody. That person just came from US, And I said, I beg you, is this US man that I will go for? Waiting. I went out. I was convinced that I should go back. Waiting. And I went back, knelt down, and I prayed, God, I don't know what I'm meeting over there. But if it is a bad thing, change it to good. And I came out. I got to the main road. I waved. A 100 bullet stopped for me. I enter. As I enter, I was just thinking, hey, God, you said I should not go. I hope this person will not kidnap me. I hope we will not have an accident. When we got to Ikpetu, the motor had a problem. Hey. We went to a mechanic place at Ikpetu. We were there for about 3 hours. I started praying. God, I know I've offended you. You said I should not go. But I'm here now. There's nothing I can do. I can't walk back to Ife. I don't know. Please, just help me.
You were coming from Ife
to Ibadan.
To Ibadan. Okay.
So I got a lift. So we were now at the mechanic. I said, God is telling me something that I should not go. But how do I tell this person that I'm no more going? God, you have done it this far, so you have to complete it. I have to go home. So we started going again. When we got to Egbeda, the car stopped again. And it was at that spot that there was an accident a week before. About 7 people died. I did not, all the thing the man was telling me, I did not even hear. I was just praying, God, let me get to Ibadan. At least let me get to Ibadan. I got to Ibadan. I was very happy. He said he was coming back to Ife on Sunday. So I said, okay, I'll follow him to Ife on that Sunday. So when I got to church, a prophetess told me that I'm going to have a baby. That baby, I may not like the father, but is this and that about baby sha. I'm going to have a baby. I said, okay. I now told somebody, let me pray about this. Okay, there is light there. Fine. On Sunday, we met at he came to a place near my house, so we went to Ife together, and he stayed over. When he stayed over, that very night, we had an intercourse. My spirit was just doing, I said, this is another person now. He's a guy, I was over 30 years. I need a husband, God, and I've been waiting for so long. I need a husband now. I will just let this person go. He left the second day. So when my menstrual period, I was expecting my menses. My menses did not come. Fine. What will I do? I prayed. I went to the office that he told me that he was in at Ondo. I didn't meet him there. They said he went to his mom. So later, what really happened? He came to me the second day, and I told him that I'm pregnant. I want to go and remove it. He said I should not. That he too is looking for the fruit of the womb. Me, I was determined that I would, because at that time, I just discovered that he didn't have much to give me, Jerry. He didn't have money. I don't like all this kind of thing. If I have to wait this long now, I must get somebody waiting. I just said, okay.
And you had one Americana that you were.
I have already forgotten about him when I saw this one.
Okay.
Because I love somebody that is very good looking. I may not be good looking, but I love good looking people. So he left. He said, please, don't abort it. Another. Just it was on a Saturday. On Sunday, I did not go to church so that they will not prophesy to me in church that I should not abort. You know, that is celeb for you now. So that they will not tell me I should not abort. Me, I will abort too. I just told my friend, we know one doctor at Ife. So she now went to that doctor that we are coming on Monday. On Monday, after our rehearsal, that I will go. So I read Psalm 51.
Forgiveness of sin.
I read it 7 times. So in the morning, I went to work. After rehearsal, my friend was coming. Joke, let's go now. Dr. Lagbaja is waiting for us. This man who played Odudua, Jimo Fakoyejo, Odudua. They call him Odudua Woshemona. He is now a king. Just like Joke one be mama last year, what happened? He said he saw me picking fruits at a graveside. Graveyard. He said, if you are pregnant, please just don't abort. But it's just a dream now that his junior sister aborted when he had that kind of dream, and the junior sister died. Piola, I did not want to die. So my friend just came. Joke, oh yeah. I said, oh yeah, Lucy. Dr. Fadino is waiting. I said, did you hear what this person, did you hear what he said?
Your friend was actually there when the man said it.
No.
Okay.
I was waiting for her. So she came from Agri department.
Okay.
Agri faculty to escort me to that place. So when she was coming, I said, Joke, I said, did you hear what this person? He said, what did he say? And I told her. Say, me, I don't believe in that. I say, I believe. Die. I don't want to die. If I now die, what will be my gain? I don't want to die. Let me go keep it. That was how I kept Yomi.
Wow.
And he happens to be the only child. Eventually, the man came for some time. We lost touch. He traveled to Saudi and all that. By the time he came back, we lost touch, and later he died.
So you didn't even have anything serious with him afterwards?
No.
Why? Was it because you didn't like him?
No,
as such?
he had to travel to Saudi.
Okay.
His work was not going well, so he wanted to go to Saudi. I wanted to live there. I can't go with him to Saudi. I didn't want to go to Saudi. And at a point, I wanted to change profession too. Somebody wanted to give me ACB bank manager then. Wanted to give me a job at ACB in Lagos, as a kind of PRO. So I was preparing that I'm going to leave my profession. God has been with me since. I just dreamt that I was at the riverside. I was picking fishes, small fishes. If I move more, I'll get another bigger one. But I did not know how to swim. So the more I go, the more deep the water is. So something told me that I should just stay where I am. I should not go anywhere. So that was how I boycotted the banking something.
Something.
So I started taking care of my child.
And that was it?
Well, I had, I was married to another person.
Okay, I wanted to say that. So
Yes,
afterwards,
I was married to another person. In fact, I did family planning. I said I was not ready. I want to pursue my profession more. That was when I just left Ife. So I went to the family. I told them that I wanted to. So I did that family planning for about 1 year. Then later, I just discovered that I was pregnant. I couldn't understand. So I went to them at the family planning office. What happened? They checked. They said nothing is wrong. I said, but I'm pregnant. They said, eh? But this thing did not remove. But please, if you have that child, just name him or her Ifeoluwa. Okay. But I removed that family planning something. I started bleeding. For 3 months, I bled. After 3 months, I went to the lab. So when hello, madam, I said, what is this? Say, there's nothing there. What do I do? So I go and get pregnant again. 2 weeks after, my body system changed. And I carried the birth to term. I carried the baby to term. But they told me in church, don't cut his ear. Me, I can't be going to location, be carrying bushy ear, and jatty all about. I don't like it. During that period, I was not employed for anything because I was pregnant. They now called me for Eleshioba in Lagos. I had the baby then. I said somebody should follow me. That was the first time I would go after my pregnancy and all that. So before I went to Ibaba, cut his ear. I now went for the show in Lagos, Unilag. From that show, he started getting sick. 2 weeks after, he died. At a year, 2 months plus.
wow.
A year, 2 months.
Was that the only child you had in that marriage?
Yes. A year, 2 months. And so he died. I waited for another 10 years. It didn't happen. And I gave up.
And that's how you didn't have another baby again?
Yes, and Yomi became the only child.
Wow. I'll need someone to tell me to close my mouth,
Yes,
actually.
and Yomi became the only child.
How do you feel about that, though?
I didn't feel anything. No. I didn't feel anything. Nothing. I have a sense of duty towards Yomi. I did not like the fact that the other child, Okikiayo, died. I did not like it because it has stayed with me because it was through my disobedience that he died. It could have been prevented. But because I carry theater more than my religion, I was more of a professional than a godly person. I was not interested in all those prophecies, religion. I love going to that church because of the songs, because of that. Yes. But by the time all those things happened, I now called myself to order. I now followed the path that God has said I should tread. And everything has been going on well for me.
Thank God. And is that same Yomi that is giving you grandchildren and they're
Yes,
making you happy? Thank God.
Yes.
Recently, there was a rumor about you with your granddaughter and the mom. That does not look like your personality. That does not look like you that I know. And I'm sure a lot of people would say that knows you. But what about people that don't know you? Please, I would like you to shed more light to what really happened. Because it was like, I know at first you said we're looking for the baby. Then after that, I also posted because I was worried. And you said the baby has been found. And later on, we got to hear that it was the mom who took the child, that Abayomi, that you wanted to take the child.
So kidnap the child and take her to Canada.
You were going to kidnap your own grandchild. Okay, so that you were going to send the child to Canada, to the father, without our consent. and they were married, she's been doing the wife duties with you. More like the family wanted to cheat her and everything, but that does not look or sound like you. We want to hear your truth, ma.
Now, I had decided that I would not say anything, but bloggers had been pushing me to talk. Do you understand that? If you look at me, I'm over 60 years of age. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And when it comes to my profession, I'm fulfilled. In my academics, I'm fulfilled. Spiritually, I'm still a work in process. Do you understand that? I know it is grace that I have, that I can live up to this over 60 years.
Thank God.
And so, even if God wants to give me grace, by the time I'm 90, that's in the next 28 or 29 years, it's going to be grace,
God's grace.
So that means that there's counting down has started from now. If God gives me 20 years, I'll be 80. 80 something. Do you understand that? And it's not many people that have such grace.
Yes.
So whatever I'm going to say, or whatever I am supposed to do that I did not do it, I know God will count it for me. I've lived my life. Do you understand that? Everybody that knows me, that are close to me, they know me, including her. The percentage of the people who did not know me, who are judging me, the percentage is just small. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If I have a child, one child, and he has a girl he wanted to marry, I think that girl should be my second child.
That's right.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
Whatever I cannot do to my child, I should not do to any other person's child. And besides, as a lady, I found a Morenikeji in her. That is the lady. We started like that. She was living with me. And I told Yomi, hey, I praise you. He said, no. And whatever prayer you want to do, this is the person I will marry. So I now had to concur. And she was very okay. She was calm, a quiet lady, well-mannered. So when she was with me, when she was pregnant, when she was with me, I would take her to her. I got her a job at a film company at Orita. Because she was pregnant, I would take her there, go to Agowoye. So I will leave Agowoye at 2:00 so that I can meet with her for 4 and carry her home because the road to her house is not so good. Do you understand that? I'll make sure that I buy whatever. I would not want her to go to the market. I'll buy whatever I wanted to buy at Oru Junction and take it to Ibadan so that she will not do any work. Later, towards the end, when she will have the baby, I was thinking, I can't leave you at home and start going to Agowe because I go every day and come back home. Okay, let's invite your sister to come and stay with you. So we invited her sister. I think she was just out of secondary school then, blessing. So she came. So she will stay so that they'll be, at least she will have somebody to chat with. So later I now thought, why should this girl come and be a house help? She should go to school now. So she took diploma form. She entered school and I paid her fees. So later she gave birth, right? So the sister was still with her. So the sister used to wash my clothes and I will give her money because washing of clothes is the only thing I detest. For somebody to do that for me, I appreciate. She's the one who will cook.
Of course.
I will not cook. They will be the one to cook and take care of home. We have 3-bedroom flats. The sister is taking 1 room, including my costume room. And she's in 1 room and I'm in my own room. And I don't even close my door. Do you understand that? And we're living happy. Honestly, the thing happened last year. And it was a shocker of the century. Because I did not expect that from her. She never gave me the impression that she did not see me as a mother. I saw her as a daughter. And no matter what, sometimes you correct people now, but I know that this present generation, they don't like to be corrected. But then she did not do anything bad for me to be so bad to her. She did not do anything bad. She will cook my food. And she'll take care of the house. She doesn't take care of my room. Because I don't want the problem. I don't want wahala for her too much. She's taking care of the baby. You know. So I said, okay, this is what you'll do. Learn tailoring so that by the time you finish tailoring and you want to go to Canada with Yomi, you have something to do. You can be sewing African fabric. She was learning that. I was teaching her driving. I got somebody, my mechanic, to teach her how to drive. So when she gets there, either driving or sewing, whatever, something must, you know. I even contacted some people. I know of one woman there. She used to have cultural exchange with Nigeria. And I said, please, if you are picking people from Nigeria, so please help me. You know, I was trying to do all that. So what happened was that in my church, of course, she was the assistant choir mistress. She was the assistant choir master, so she was the choir mistress of sort. So that particular day, we had naming ceremony in church. And on the Sunday, we are going to have Iwuye investiture.
Okay.
So I went to Gbagi to buy cloth, the sutana, for her. When I went there, as I was coming, I was telling them, we are having naming ceremony in church. Please, everybody, get ready, get ready. I have people living with me. When I was at Agoiwoyi, I had 8 students living with me with Yomi, making 9. So here too, the sister will bring her friends from school. Everybody will be there. So when I got home, they are not ready. Well, they are waiting for us now. We are supposed to be there at 4 o'clock, and this is 4:30. We are still at home. And I went to Gbagi to buy the sutana for her. So everybody packed. I know she was just. So when we finished that naming ceremony, Yomi just sent a text to me. Yola, I was shocked to my marrow. In that voice note, she said, should we play? Or let me just say it. Let me say it.
We'll play it. We'll say it. Don't worry.
She said, sọ fún mọ́mí ẹni bí tán ti ń gbọ́. Wọ́n lòun bí ẹrú. Wọ́n ṣe kíníkan kíníkan. Wọ́n disrespect òun. Inú bí òun. Wọ́n disrespect òun. Wọ́n fi òun pa. Wọ́n fòun pa. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ sí òun. I was shocked. Ìyàwó èèyàn kan lòun o. Ìyàwó èèyàn kan lòun o. First of all, I thought maybe she was having a kind of trauma. Because she never displayed that. I was thinking that maybe the fact that is getting too long, after about 2 or 3 years that Yomi has left, we are planning. I even said I would take a loan from my school so that I can facilitate her visa. I've already asked the person who did the visa for Yomi, and he told me that he's going to take a particular amount. And he said, okay, I'm going to get another loan when I finish paying one in October, in August. September will be off. October I'll get another loan so that will facilitate her going. We are all thinking about that, putting her in tailoring workshop, and if I even went to as far as going to secondary school, presenting certificates for them so that she can work as a school mistress. Do you understand that? I went to one in my area. I went to George and Duke. I went to Concord. So later they did not take her. Now she was working after she left that film school. We got another job, an advertising company. At that film school, she said, "We want boom." At that advertising job, she said the man used to cost a lot. And I say, if the man used to cost a lot and you don't like it, why don't you wait? Okay, we stopped at that now. I now went to secondary school or primary school, nursery and primary school. So those ones said she will only come twice a week and the money was not much. I said, don't worry, start selling spiritual material. Start selling spiritual material. Now, that very night that we went to church, and we are supposed to be in protection for 3 days, and I told her, I don't know how God wants to do it. You must travel this year. So your main point, or your main prayer point, is that you must travel this year for that 3 days something. At night when we finished the naming ceremony, we wanted to lay our bed in church. Yomi just sent a voice note to me. By that time, I saw my picture, how I was to her through that voice note. Wọ́n fi òun pa, wọ́n ṣe kíní kan. Inú bí òun sọ fún mọ́mí ẹni bí tán ti ń gbọ́. It was as if she wore another garment. She was not the person I knew. So I now first of all calm down. I now asked about 2 or 3 people. Please tell me, ṣé mo burú ni? So some say, no, buru, you are just a disciplinarian. Yeah, buru, but you are just a disciplinarian. If you want something, this is the way you want it. I now kept quiet. So when I got home, when we finished that table, and I said, please, you said, mo ń lò ẹ́ bí ẹrú. Number 1, don't cook my food again, because I don't want to use you. Number 2, by that time we have a gate in our house. Don't come and open gate. Just leave it. She now maybe she realized what she did. She came to me that, sorry, but something used to, she has something that nǹkan kan máa ń wọnú òun pé ó máa ń jẹ́ kó òun believe pé òun right. And so she begged. I said, no problem. It could be the trauma of the fact that you are separated from Yomi, that kind of thing. I said, no problem. After about 2 months or 3 months after that, Yomi sent a voice note to me where she was begging that she has committed adultery.
She sent
a voice note
to
Yomi
that she cheated on him.
Yes.
Èmi mọ̀ pé tí n bá sọ tán kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó lè fẹ́ rọrùn. Bọ̀ bí mo tún ṣe sùn tí mo tún jí, Bible verse tí mo tún rí lélẹ̀, tí mo dẹ̀ rí èèyàn kan tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbàdúrà fún mi pé torí pé mo jẹ́wọ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi. Èmi ò mọ reason tí Ọlọ́run fi ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ báyìí. Mi ò mọ̀ tí màá ló yé mi, bọ̀ mo fẹ́ kó gbà mí gbọ́ pé mi ò parọ́. Àti ìgbà yẹn tó dẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀, mo sọ pé èmi fúnra mi gan ti wà against ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Kò rọrùn fún mi. Ìsìn ni mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ feel pé mo gbọ́n. Ìlú dàbí ẹni pé mo wà nínú òkùnkùn. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún oore ọ̀fẹ́ tó fún mi. So mo dẹ̀ ti sọ, mo mọ̀ pé mo ti bọ́ sínú ìmọ́lẹ̀. Mo ti ṣe nǹkan tó lọ́n sọ pé kì í ṣe. Bí mo tún ṣe sùn ni mo rí woman kan tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣàlàyé gbogbo nǹkan tí mo sọ fún ẹ lójú oorun pé mo ti lọ sọ ọ́ níwájú Ọlọ́run tá a gbọ́dọ̀ pé jẹ́ irọ́. Ni mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ fẹ́ nìyẹn lójú oorun pé mo ti lọ sọ nǹkan tí mo ṣe. Nǹkan báyìí ló sọ. Nǹkan báyìí ló sọ. Tẹ́ni yẹn fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbàdúrà fún mi tó wọ́n tún ṣí Bible fún mi pé kí n kà bí báyìí. Wọ́n tún ṣí Bible yìí fún mi. Ṣé mo mọ gbogbo eléyìí nínú Bible tẹ́lẹ̀? Wọ́n tún ní pé kí n ṣí Bible. Mo ṣí Bible fúnra mi ni mo kà.
Ṣé wá rí nǹkan tó wà ń bẹ̀ ni pé number 1 ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ní tó wà ń bẹ̀ ni pé ẹ̀yin rò pé bóyá ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣì wà ìdín ni. Everybody ti gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀, everybody ti gbọ́, kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìdákẹ́jẹ́jẹ́ mọ́, gbogbo èèyàn ti gbọ́. Cause Dìlọ́ gangan ló fọwọ́ ara wọn fọ́jú gbogbo ẹ̀ papọ̀ ọjọ́ Sunday. Mo sọ fún yín pé wọ́n yọ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sí mi ní church ọjọ́ Sunday. Ṣé ìyàwó àtọjọ́ Sunday tán ti kẹ́rù lọ́wọ́ tí padà wálé? Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Hello ma. Hello, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi báyìí? Hello ma. Hello. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi báyìí? Ó yá, okay, ẹ pè mí padà. Hello ma. Hello. Mò ń gbọ́ báyìí. Kò tí ì wálé. Ọmọ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ. Ẹ mọ̀ pé ọ̀nì nọ́ọ̀sì tẹ́lẹ̀ wọn mọ̀ pé òun ló gbọ́ ọmọ sá lọ. Wọ́n believe pé bóyá ọmọ kan wà missing ni. So ìgbà tó ti get to know pé ìgbà tó ti wá get to know pé òun ló gbọ́ ọmọ sá lọ. Oyún kẹ̀, èmi ò wá mọ̀ bọ̀ yóò lóyún o. Ìyẹn ni ò yé mi rárá. Wàláì kò yé mi. mi understand bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ wo ẹ tiẹ̀ jẹ́ ká ọ̀rọ̀ tiẹ̀ aside lọ́rọ̀ tiẹ̀ ṣe rí tó wà ń bẹ̀ ni pé kò sí májà gbọ́ kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ gbogbo ẹ ti fọ́jú papọ̀ cause nǹkan tọkọ yín fi lè yọ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sí mi church níjọ́ Sunday àwọn èèyàn ṣáà máa béèrè àwọn tí wọ́n mọ̀ nǹkan kan pé nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n ṣáà máa béèrè pé ìwọ àti dìlọ àmọ̀pọ̀ rẹ̀ nìyẹn kí ló dé tán fi yọ̀ṣẹ̀ sí ẹ fúnra wọn náà dẹ̀ tún fẹnu ara wọn rojọ́ èmi fẹ́ dalé àwọn rú èmi fẹ́ ṣe kinní kan fúnra wọn náà fẹnu ara wọn rojọ́ níjọ́ Sunday náà kó tó di pé àwọn tí wọ́n mọ̀ jù wá lọ káwọn èèyàn tó ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó wá máa pè mọ́ mi káwọn èèyàn tó wá máa sọ fún wọn ìyá nánà gẹ́dẹ̀ tó ti fẹnu ẹ̀ jẹ́wọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ kò ẹ mọ̀ ó ń pẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ sọ náà ni ìyá nánà gan ti fẹnu ara ẹ̀ jẹ́wọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́mì ò fura ni ẹ̀nà ó ti fẹnu ara ẹ̀ jẹ́wọ́ pé òun fẹ́ James náà mọ́mì ò fura ni ẹ̀nà àwọn ò fura ẹ̀ mọ́mì ò mọ̀ pé dìlọ́ ló ń jẹ́ James ẹ̀ pé Ọláyínká tán máa ń pè wọ́n yẹn ẹ̀nà nǹkan tó wà ń bẹ̀ nìyẹn ẹ̀bẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tẹ́yìn náà ṣe nǹkan tẹ́ ṣe tó dùn mí ni pé gbogbo àwọn evidence gbogbo àwọn voice note yẹn tó bá yẹ pé fún mi láwọn voice note yẹn gbogbo eléyìí tọkọ yín fi ń threaten mi káàkiri yẹn wọ́n ní máa threaten mi. ṣèbí àwọn voice note yẹn ṣì wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ jẹ́ kí n ní náà kí n tiẹ̀ bọ́ lọ́wọ́ ọkọ yín. mọ́mì ti gbọ́ gbogbo ẹ ti fọ́jú papọ̀ ẹ kàn jẹ́ kémi nìkan àbí méjì inú voice note yẹn kí n tiẹ̀ fi yọ́nu wàhálà ọkọ yín ẹ ní sùúrù ẹ wò mọ́mì Ẹniọlá Ọlọ́run mi ì ṣeré o ẹ mọ rísì tí mo fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. ṣe ẹ wò ẹ mọ àwọn aspect ibi tí mo nídìí nínú àwọn evidence yẹn àwọn ibi tí ìyá nánà ti ń gba weekly allowance for 5,000 àwọn ibi tí wọ́n ti ń gbowó oorun tí wọ́n ti ń ra lẹ́gìsì fúnra wọn àti ibi kókó jùlọ ibi tó ti ń sọ pé mọ́mì fi ṣọ́lé wọ́n rán ọmọ tí wọ́n lọ Canada kinní kan kó jáde sọ̀rọ̀ ààrẹ mo nídìí àwọn.
So I now told Yomi no problem I now called her. I called her and I said I know what happened. It could have happened with anybody. It's because of the gap, distance. So this is what you will do. You go and read Psalm 133. Psalm 133 is what we used to read when we were in secondary school for love. Do you understand that? Yomi should not remember what you did. That I know men, they can forgive, but they may not forget. But that Yomi should forget. Let's pray. My only child, though, she committed adultery against him. So I said, let us pray. You will pray. You use particular psalms to pray. And that Yomi will not use it against you. And I said, who is the person? She named the person. Later, I discovered that person, maybe is that the one person is in the church, that the secret now leaked out that she was going out with that person. Okay. And the person has the same name. Do you understand that? I said, okay, this is what you'll do. Later, secrets started leaking that they were having. Before that time, after I said she should do all that let's pray. Yomi should not remember that she has cheated against him. It's because of what happened. And I started pressing that she must go. After that, that very day of that investiture, we went to church. We got to church. After about 1 hour, I didn't see her. I was looking for her. Where is she? We called her number. It was not going. 2 hours, we didn't see her. So we had a search party. We went home. And we saw that she has cleared everything. She has cleared her clothes. What happened? Later, Yomi declared that her child is missing and all that. So we told Yomi to pull it down. That is not what it is. Later, we got to know that she was with her dad or mom or something like that. And I organized the church elders. Let's go to Ilaru to go and beg them. What happened? What really happened? I called the father. The father said he was not interested in having visitors. We now stopped. Later, she sent another voice note to Yomi that òun gbé ọmọ ẹ̀ òun lọ ó ti sọ ó di wèrè sí social media this and that say okay we'll see. Then later I said if this lady had been with me for over 3 years and she just left like that, let me go to the police and report now. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ àrí nǹkan burúkú. So I went to police station and reported. So they now called her. They now called the parents. They all came to police station. She didn't say anything. The family came. They were so annoyed. They were so and to be sincere, the father is a good person, disciplinarian. The mother too is very good. Do you understand that? The mother too is very good. The father is a good person. But when something like this comes, it is what their child tells them that they will take to. So I forgive them. The family is a little bit okay. So, but the problem is with her. I don't know who has been feeding her. So later, we started hearing that there was one man in the church that I told you about, that the wife wanted to come and fight in our church. Stories leaked of audio messages between her and the man. I said, no problem. You will just go to Canada and forget about Nigeria. If you get there now, you will not behave like that. We were still thinking about that 2 weeks after, and I saw myself on Gistlover. Gistlover. They dragged me. So what happened between her and this conversation she had with Yomi concerning the lady that Yomi got married to at Canada? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That Yomi said this and that, so I don't even do this. She leaked everything to Gistlover. She now said it that the cloth I bought for her, that somebody told her not to wear that cloth. Me, I quickly washed the cloth and I'm wearing it to church. She said I wanted to take the child to Canada. So I felt that maybe she knew that the secret is out. Maybe what they would do is to abandon her. But it was not like that. In fact, there was one message that she copied from my phone when I said, when Yomi said, let us abandon her. And what Yomi meant was this. There was a time he saw her picture and the child in one house. The curtain was different. And we were asking, where did you go? She said she went to her friend called one name like that. So I thought it was the girl in her church or a guy. I said, did she come? He said, no. Then Yomi told me that he had been sensing that this girl is cheating. You know, I don't know. So Yomi just said, whoa, let's just abandon her. Not that they will abandon, that's just leave her with her antics. But let's just abandon her. She's still in my house. And I'm still planning that she will still go. Do you understand that?
Okay, so they picked that part.
She picked that part. Let's abandon her. Let's abandon her, Jare. That is what Yomi meant. Just leave her. Because by that time she has started changing. Any small thing in the house, she'll get annoyed. And I was speaking that. At a point, I was thinking that I called, she said, did I even call her? I wanted to put a camera in the house because I don't know, something is wrong. Because Nana told me one day that my daddy come here. I said, who? Your daddy that you used to speak with on phone that you have never seen before. He said, my daddy come here. Your daddy come here. So I know that somebody came. Do you understand that? I did not say anything. Why? What will make me to destroy my son's home? Why? I have only one child, and so my aim will be to destroy his home. For what reason? She has been a very good girl to me. She cooks my food, so I cannot poison her. She wrote it there that I wanted to poison her and take the child from her. Why will I now poison her? Because she's the one cooking. So why will I poison somebody? Everybody that has associated with me, anybody can ask. I'm not a wicked person. I'm not a bad person. She is the wicked person. And I still forgive her. Now, Gistlover came. They wrote about everything. They dragged me. You are a terrible mother-in-law. You are Kinikon. She'll be forming Mommy Gio. She's a bad and cruel somebody. If I'm cruel, I will not have 9 students living with me. If I'm cruel, presently I have about 4 or 5 people living with me. So I was wondering, well, maybe people are influencing her. In fact, there was a time we started hearing stories in church that they were saying, one from Canada, wọ́n fóun sí Nàìjíríà ó jẹ́ lọ dọ́gbọ́n sọ́rọ̀ rẹ̀ ó jẹ́ wákùnrin ẹsẹ̀. So she started hearing that. Honestly, if she had been patient, Biola, if she had been patient, everything would have worked out well. The house I'm living in, the people in Canada cannot come and get the house. What's sourcing for? You understand what I mean?
For how long has Yomi been gone?
3 years.
3 years. So the issue of cheating came in after 3 years or within 3 years?
Within 3 years.
Okay. Is she aware that Yomi is coming back to get her?
Yes. Even the people over there, they told me that it doesn't really affect their relationship. That even if Yomi still wants to go on with her, so everything is planned. The people over there are so accommodating. They are so Nigerian. They are so human. They called me and said, if Yomi still wants to go ahead with her, that there is no problem.
So what will happen to their own child?
Well, we are Nigerians now.
Wow. That's a lot, oh.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So, where are you guys on it now?
Well, where we are. Well, she sent a voice note to Yomi that I should not visit her. I should just keep to myself. That mommy, let mommy go and rest. That mommy is not in this picture again. It is me and you that have the child. So it doesn't concern her. So let her go and rest too. It doesn't concern her. So I've kept quiet.
What does she want to do now?
I don't know. No, she has moved on. She believed that Yomi has left her. I don't know who has been drumming it into her ears like that. And so she says she wants to move on.
Wow. So what's Yomi saying? Yomi, you know men, it's difficult for him to forget what actually happened.
But he was ready to forget. He was ready to forget. With prayer, fasting, everything, he will forget.
So what do you want to do, ma?
Me? What God wants to do is what I will do.
What about your granddaughter?
My granddaughter is there. If she feels that the child belongs to us, later. But for me to carry the child to Canada, first, anybody that is learned should know that it is not possible.
It's not possible.
Because one, if I don't get the consent of the father and the mother,
mother,
they would nail me at the airport now. I'll go to prison. So it's not possible for me. And we got her a passport too. We got the child a passport. Do you understand that? So that is it. And at a point, we were thinking, how do we go? How do I carry her? If she's not in the Yomi's Mali, you understand what I'm saying? So how do we go? Okay, maybe your Nana will first of all go, and she will go later, or she will go. I'll bring Nana, and everybody there will live together. The people there are so accommodating. They are so nice. Even what I cannot share husband. They are ready to share. So I don't know what else she wants us to do.
I think she's just
being manipulated.
Not really.
Or I don't know.
She's just being a woman.
Yes.
I wish she had gotten there first, then to understand. Ma, I think it's a little bit difficult to know that, oh, your man is already married to someone else for whatever reason. She's going to feel it, but I don't think she handled it well, especially because you were involved.
Yeah, because me, I cannot share my man. So I understand what she's going through. And that is why I'm giving her full support. Do you understand that? But there's a way destiny calls and destiny gets fulfilled. You understand that? It's because I cannot handle being a second wife. That was why I left my husband. So I don't expect everybody to behave like that. We are created differently. And somebody was even telling me that if I had been a little bit patient, I would still enjoy my husband. And even now, I'm regretting that I divorced him. Do you understand that?
Did he get married to another person?
Yes. Abroad too. Because of this thing we are talking about. But then, they didn't mind. I was the one that really was pissed off. And I divorced him.
Kids.
And so, if I had known, I shouldn't have done that. And that was why I was trying to tell her that, look, this is what is happening. This is what is happening. Do you understand that? So, thank God everything has fallen into place, because the lady there has been so matured about it. She's very, very matured. And she's even telling me that you call her my senior. My senior. What I cannot do, she's even doing it. Do you understand that? So, that's the way it is. I think we can move on.
Oh, well, I just hope people will understand your part, that you are just the mother. You have played your own part. You, of course, you can't force your child, and you can't force her to. Especially because of the child involved, I hope the two of them will get to settle it amicably. Mommy, what has life taught you as a person?
What life has taught me is that there is more to this physical world than the physical things we are seeing. And that the world is even much more spiritual. And that for anybody to be able to live a good life, you should be close to your God. You should live a spiritual life. It's not possible 100%. But there is something we call grace. When you walk yourself to that, when you choose to love your God, you know, He gives you grace. He understands he's not a human being. Do you understand that? We are human. He's not human. So He understands. So in everything you want to do in this life, let God lead you. So that's it. So for my fans who did not hear my story and they are condemning me, I still love you. No problem. What I want everybody to know is that if everything she said I had done, I actually did, let God judge. So that is it.
Mommy, what do you think you should have done better before now in anything?
I wanted to be a broadcaster, but it was not possible.
You are an actor. You are a lecturer. You are a pastor. You still want to be.
And now later on, all those things fell into place now.
I guess.
Do you understand that? But now, I'm just okay. I'm just okay.
Okay, I
That's it.
want you to give one or two advices to the younger ones coming.
Well, what I'll just say is what I've told you, that do not be in haste. When I started in the theater, we were not chasing fame. Fame was chasing us. So don't chase fame. Don't chase money. Have passion for what you love to do. And it will just come naturally. With God on your side, everything will fall into place. But whatever you find, whatever you want to do, make sure that you develop enough passion for it to drive you. Because there's nothing that is easy in this world. There is no profession that is easy. Everything comes with the ups and downs. And God did not promise us that we are going to have a very good life from beginning to the end. So whatever comes to you, accept it. Pray and serve God. And serve God. And serve God. I still tell you, pray and serve God.
Thank you so much, Mommy, for coming on the show. Ma, this small gift is for you to say thank you for coming. We love and appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Talk to Biola. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love it.
Amen. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying tuned. I'm sure you have learned something today. You cannot watch Talk to Be and not learn, especially with somebody like my mommy here. I'm sure you are okay today. All right. Do not forget, in whatever thing you are doing, put God first, be determined, and stay focused. There is nothing you want to achieve that is impossible. All you need to do is just Stay glued to God and be focused on what you're doing. You will achieve them. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do. You can also follow me on Facebook as Abiola Ayomide Adebayo. Till I come your way next week on this same channel, please be good and love the other person just as yourself. I love you guys and God bless you. Bye.
Talk to be, share your experience.